at my messy desk. Hello, Robin. I didn't think anyone would be here because it's really early here in Australia. Oh, when I say early, it's what is it, 5:30 in the morning or something, 6 o'clock in the morning. So all our Aussie girls will be asleep, and I've been up for a while, and I thought I'm just gonna turn the camera on and say hello because I have not had a chance to catch up with anyone in a while. So I'm not doing anything terribly exciting. I'm just I've sewn some ruffle pages. Well, I did them over a few days because I nick into my craft room here and there and sew a couple. And I'm just finishing them off. 3:55 there. Yeah, so nothing exciting. I did a whole bunch of blue ones and a whole bunch of coffee dyed ones. And then there's a whole bunch, this big fluff ball pile of loose ones behind my sewing machine, which I just sew whenever. And then once the pile gets big enough, I just sit there and chop them up. So what are you up to, Robin? Did you do anything crafty today? Oh, thank you. Yeah, my little Etsy shop's a bit empty, so I thought I'll because I haven't got any time through the week to do any crafting. I thought I'll just do some little ruffle packs to pop in there because my poor little Etsy is so empty. Oh, Halloween ephemera. You know, we don't really celebrate Halloween here. I mean, there's some places, some like local councils and that will do a little Halloween thing. Like in my area, we've got a thing called Fisher's Ghost, and it's like a little Halloween kind of festival. But yeah, we don't. And my street is a little cul-de-sac. It's a dead end street, so some of the parents let the little kids do little trick or treat in just that little street. But yeah, we don't. It's not a big thing like in America. I kind of wish it was. It looks like you guys have so much fun. Although I'd be one of those paranoid parents that would be scared to let my kids like eat lollies and chocolate or candy, you say, from strangers. Actually, Robin, was it you ages ago, a year or two ago, asked me about how I did my ruffle pages? I can't remember if it was you or someone who said, how do you get them to sit so flat? So like this one here's sitting quite flat up the top. But see, this one, it's got that little uppy bit, which I don't like. So sometimes I just quickly tack that down with a little bit of craft glue or fabric glue. Just to make the page sit flat. Oops, sorry, I know I'm off the page, aren't I? I mean, not often, just if mostly I just leave them, but if it's like that one, I just tack him down. But I usually do them all at the end. Oh, you tried it? It was crooked. Um, I think I did I actually did a how to sew ruffle video on my channel somewhere ages ago. But I remember at the time, see, my setup isn't that great. My camera setup is still the same camera setup as I had, like, from the beginning of my channel. Um, I remember at the time I had trouble filming at my sewing machine. I think that might have been the first time I filmed at my sewing machine. And I had a tripod between my legs and my arms were like really outstretched trying to reach the sewing machine. So the tutorial was not that great. I should probably try and film it now because I've got more, like my sewing machine is actually on my same desk now. I should probably try and refilm it. Oh, James! Hello, Jamesy James. James, you're still at work, are you? Or have you finished? Oh, James, but you know, I'd be paranoid with my kids or my grandkids like letting eat, eat stuff from a strange house if I don't know them. Like if I knew them, I wouldn't mind. So Robin, I was making 3 packs and there's 10 pages in each pack and each pack has a different um, blue ruffle. I only made 3 packs. I'm sick of sewing ruffles. And I've put them on, this is food colouring dyed paper. But this batch turned out quite light. I usually like them pretty dark. Actually, they look a lot lighter on camera than they are. They're darker in real life. You're still at work. Are you bludgeoning, James? How long until you knock off, James? Oh, Robin, that space badger one. That's my friend James. He's actually over in America. Where in America are you, Robin? I always forget where everyone's from. Pennsylvania. See, I have no no sense of where that is. Is it north? Where, no idea, no idea. I know that I have had Etsy orders to Pennsylvania. Oh my gosh, my fingers aren't working because they are so cold. It is freezing, freezing here. It's still dark actually because we're in winter. Is North Carolina very far? sorry if you're watching. I know there's a few people watching, but I'm just doing something boring. I woke up at 4:30 this morning and I potted around my craft room for a little bit. I packed a little Etsy order, and then I was just going to snip the threads off these ruffle pages. I finished these yesterday, and I thought I'll pop the camera on and just say hello because I have been missing in action for a while. Good news though, oh my gosh, my son, I don't know if anyone knows, but I haven't been in my craft room because, well, Darren, my husband, he is working from home because of the COVID-19, and he has taken up residence on one end of my craft desk, and he is always in phone conferences and stuff like that. So, and he's always on the phone. So, I can't be in here with my little grandson that I look after. So I look after my grandson 24 hours because the parents have some issues. Anyway, the parents, my son and his girlfriend, are moving back in. And so they'll be looking after the baby again, and I will be back in my craft room. But I'll still be in here with Darren, so I don't know how that'll work, because the other day I was in here and I put the sewing machine on, and after half an hour he's like, oh my god, can you turn that off? He couldn't stand it. And every time a phone call comes in I have to stop sewing, which is a bit annoying. Okay. Oh, hey, Emma. Oh, no one said anything. Yeah, I messaged you on Skype, baby Emma. You and James are always the first people I speak to in the morning. Yeah, I messaged you on Skype. I said I might go live in a few minutes. Look, I wasn't going to, but I thought I'll just pop in and say hello. I know I'm doing absolutely nothing except chopping up ruffle pages. These are the blue ruffle page packs, Emma, that I was doing the other day. And I made some coffee dyed ones too. So they're finished. I finished sewing them. I'm just snipping the threads. And I can't even do that. My hands are so cold. It's still dark here. And freezing. And I'm so over sick sewing ruffles. You know, I've got ruffle packs in my Etsy shop, like 50 ruffles. And I'd put them in there for like $20 or something to get rid of scrap fabric, because I've got so much scrap fabric. And I'm like over sewing them. I'm so sick of sewing ruffles. So I think I might retire them for a little bit when the last couple of packs sell. I don't know if I've got one or two left in there, but so I have to like go right up close to my laptop to read the comments. I'm so blind. Oh, Robin. Okay, it's bad that you didn't get to see her for all that time, but how wonderful to speak after all that time, 4 years, and you've got a little 3.5-year-old granddaughter. Yeah, my grandson that I'm looking after, he turns 3 at the end of this month. See, look, I don't know if you can see, but I love when there's pooling like that. Oh, they're a lot darker than they're showing on camera. I'm not sure why. Like, see this pooling? Is that your first granddaughter, Robin? Thanks, Emma. Oh, James, I know I always say I'm retiring them, but I've got, like, seriously, if you saw the bags of scrap fabric I have, it's ridiculous. Like, this is the bag that is just beside my desk. I don't know if you can kind of see this. And that's the bag that's beside my desk. I do have a box of scraps which are color sorted because when I was in my old craft room, I was very organized and my scraps were color coded, like in separate baggies. But now, oh, they all just get chucked into one. I've still got the color coded ones, but now I'm just chucking them all into one. So if you don't know, these ruffles, I just sew them straight onto the paper. I don't know if you can see that. And this batch looks like I was pretty good. Like, this is about a centimeter out and it's pretty consistent the whole way. Sometimes I'll like start here and then it'll veer in and out. Oh, 6 other grandkids. Oh my gosh. I don't know if I could keep up with 6 grandkids. I only have 2 and looking after both of them in one hit is like really hard. They run me ragged. The other one, he's 5 at the end of November. See, this one, something wonky happened. Actually, my little starting thread got sewn under. The little tail at the beginning. Thanks, Robin. I look, I do love ruffle pages. It's something, and loose ruffles. It's something I've always kind of had in my Etsy shop. And it's just such a great way to get rid of those little bits of fabric. And I think they look really pretty in a journal, like hanging over the edge. Especially ones like this where you can see the pattern. This one has roses. Sometimes with a pattern, once it's ruffled, you kind of can't tell what the pattern was. Don't know if I have any in this batch, but I just think they look so nice hanging over the edge of journal pages because I like fat, chunky journals. Although I'm not a journaler, so I don't know if you're a journaler, how much it annoys you having a fat, chunky journal. But I just love the look of bits and pieces hanging over the edge of the journal. My hands are still frozen from bucketing water the other night. We had some bad storms here in Sydney. Well, not just Sydney, across New South Wales, and a lot of places got flooded. We had non-stop rain for about 4 or 5 days. Even yesterday, it still started to sprinkle a little. But for 2 whole days, it just bucketed down, like poured rain. I mean, it rained for 4 or 5 days, but 2 of those days, it was absolutely like bucketing down, and our backyard flooded, and the pool was going to overflow. Luckily, I put the pump in the pool. We've got a little manual pump that you can just dunk in the pool. lucky I put that in the pool on the Saturday and pumped some water down the drain. Because by the Sunday it was full again and like on the brink of overflowing, but the backyard flooded, so I had to put the pump. I was in my craft room actually, and I kept watching the water level rise, and my craft room is in the garage, and I kept watching the water rising in the backyard, and I thought, oh my gosh, my craft room's going to get flooded if I don't pump it. So I put the pump on the grass with the hose down the drain, and but the pump couldn't keep up with the amount of water because it was just absolutely bucketing down, and so we had to Darren and I had to get out there and bucket some water down the drain. And it was freezing cold because it's winter, so we're out there at night bucketing water. I'm surprised both of us don't have a cold now. And since then, I've been like chilled to the bone. I've had a hot shower, like morning and night, really hot, and still I feel cold. Probably gonna get sick still, I reckon. Oh, hi Lorna. How are you doing? Oh, Lorna, yeah. Actually, no, I think you've popped into one of my lives ages ago. I haven't really been doing any lives. I haven't had like much time in my craft room, so I was in here this morning. I'm not doing anything. I was just popping in to say hello. And I'm just chopping up some the little threads off my sewn ruffle pages. Lorna, I was looking in your Etsy the other day, and oh my gosh, you must have some beautiful old papers. I was looking at your digitals, and do you collect old papers and stuff? You know, I end up with threads everywhere around my desk. See this guy? He's sitting up like a little too much for my liking, so I just tack these little ones down. Not every page, just here and there where I don't like it. Yeah, Lorna, I was look at that one, isn't that nice? Yeah, I was looking at your digitals and I was like, oh wow, you must have so many old papers. Oh, actually, look, I do have old papers, but I hoard them. I don't use them for junk journals. But look what I found a few months ago. Actually, I'll show you these, Emma, because you might like these as well. See, I've got a lot of, um, stuff like this, but I don't do digitals. I just love old papers. Um, little booklets like this, and I'm hoping one day to scan them and share them about. But cover your ears, Lorna. But I'm not a big fan of digitals just because I'm a recycler and I don't print anything. But yeah, I do get it that some people they can't find certain things, so to get a digital is the only way to have a copy. But I'll show you these. These are some little books I found. This is 1947 cricket. You probably don't know what cricket is there, do you? It's a sport. I found this for my husband because he's a big cricket fan. But then I stole it off him anyway. But look at these, Lorna. I found these in a little old bookstore down the road from my dad's a while back, and I just thought they were so gorgeous. They're 1946 model engineer magazines, and someone must have collected them. And they're just so gorgeous that at first I thought, oh yeah, I can use those for steampunk. But like a year later, I've still got them. I can't, Lorna, I don't know how you rip them up. I can't get rid of them. Get on it, girl. Look, I just can't bear to rip them up. I don't know. Look, maybe I will eventually, but I love the old ads. Like, I really love old papers. And look how yellowed they are. I just think they're so cute. These are the days where, you know, the model train sets, people actually built them properly. You know, now you just go buy plastic ones. But even the ads, I love the old ads. And that's why I think these days when people journal, I'm not a junk journaler, but if I were, I would keep stuff like that in my junk journal, like modern day ads, because one day your kids or grandkids or great grandkids will be looking at your journals, hopefully. Look at the little diagrams. And they might like our ads from today, like we like ads from our parents or grandparents or great grandparents' years. But aren't they gorgeous? And of course, I couldn't just buy one. I had to take the whole pile because I didn't want to break up the little collection. But I just love them. They're so beautiful. Like, look at that. See, they'd be so cool for steampunk. But yeah, for now, I just need to let them stew on my shelf a little longer before I can actually do something with them. You'd probably like to get a hold of my bookshelf then, Lorna, because I've got a lot of old books. I'm a book collector. They're not for junk journaling. My junk journal, half of my brain fights with my book loving part of my brain. Oh, show more. Emma, a lot of it is still in the house on my old bookshelf. Those were just a few pieces I threw in a little plastic tub when I was moving out of my old craft room. You know, I've still got most of my old craft room stuff packed in boxes on the upstairs landing. I have not moved everything, but Darren actually took a day. He's put in for a day off on Thursday because I do need to bring all my crap from my old craft room into my new craft room, because with my son and his girlfriend moving back in, I need to get all my crap out of the house. My house has become like my house has always been a library, books everywhere, because I'm a big reader. Well, I was a big reader until my eye surgery. I can't really read at the moment, but yeah, there's books everywhere. And now my craft stuff is everywhere as well, because I didn't move it all into my new craft room. Oh my gosh. And when I say new craft room, I'm talking, I don't know, how long have I been in this room, James? Are you still there, James? Tell me. It's got to be almost a year, I reckon. Or at least 10 months. Wow, 168. Okay, I've missed something. Let me scrolly back. Yeah. Lorna, you have no heart. You tear everything up. Look, I think it's one of those things. Once you um, tear something up, it becomes easier. I don't know. I do chop everything up, and actually in the junk journal down under group for a while, we always made chop jokes. You know, whenever someone said they couldn't chop something up, it was, oh, send it to Bonny, she'll chop it. But even though it appears I chop everything up, which I kind of do, old documents and old books is the thing that I struggle with. Just because I'm a, you know, kind of a collector of them. Sometimes though, it'll sit on my shelf for a while because I can't chop it up. But then one day I might be in the mood and I will chop it up. so they may still get the chop. Yeah. Okay, let me see what I'm missing. I can't talk and read at the same time. Oh, anything French? Yeah, Lorna, I've seen Jessica Rapp using a lot of French ephemera lately. We can't find anything good in Australia, probably because we're just not old enough. I don't know. There's not enough history. And our op shops and all that, they don't keep that sort of stuff. And where I am, deceased estates and deceased estate sales and yard sales and that is kind of non-existent. And if you do find a yard sale, well, we call them garage sales. If you do find a garage sale, it's just full of crap like children's toys and CDs and old videos that no one wants. Wait, Lorna, wait, I just scroll back. 1681, no way. Where did you find that? Oh my gosh. Lorna, I'm old. Stop, you're going to give me a heart attack. Did I see Rayleigh here? Wait, let me see. Once it's scanned, it's free game. Look, in all honesty, I did buy a scanner, a printer scanner, because I have not printed. This is no joke. I left work on the 15th of May, 2015. I remember the date because of all the all the fives. 15th of May, 2015, and since that day, I have not printed one page of anything. But I did buy a printer about a year ago, and I kept saying to James, help me set it up. And then my son set it up. And I was actually going to scan those railway magazines because I can scan those without pulling them apart, luckily. But yeah, just the greenie in me. Sorry, Lorna. I'm just not a digital fan. I think mostly because as well, I like junk, like real junk journals, like junk, trashy. Well, everyone calls them trashy junk journals now, don't they? Like I like junky journals. Okay, what am I missing? Oh, James, I don't believe that for a minute. You've got old papers there somewhere. Because I know Jessica Rapp, she's not far from Idaho, is she? She's in... I don't know, somewhere not far. Because I have heard her mention Idaho at some stage, going over the border. And she finds lots of old papers and books. Like, she finds some really, really beautiful books. Actually, Lorna, that's probably what I'd do. If I ever did actually do a digital, I wouldn't print it. I'd just make it. And I wouldn't even test print it. I'd send it to Emma. I'd send it to you and James to test print. Because I have to keep my no printing. Oh, these ones I've chopped. See, and all these stupid threads, like, I keep these. Yes, my little thread tub is overflowing. Yeah, Lorna, remember, I always used to see you in lives, other people's lives and that, and I would always call you Taylor. And it took me the longest time to finally start calling you by your real name. I'm assuming Taylor is your surname, is it? Now, I should have 10 pack. Oh, sorry, I should have 4 packs here with 10 pages in them, if I counted correctly. Okay, let's see. 1, 2. Oh my gosh, I have no room on my desk. I can't even lay out 4 pages. Isn't this fabric nice? It's even nicer in real life. Talk amongst yourself, guys. I'm sorry, this is the most boring live you'll ever see. I do have 2 big tables in the center of my room, which was originally meant for sorting, and I like to make packs and stuff. But yeah, those 2 tables quickly filled up with boxes of crap. This was one of my grandmother's old dresses. It was, I don't know what the fabric is, some sort of, I don't know, synthetic, but it's really thin. And under that was this sheer blue fabric. Most of my ruffles are actually from old clothes. When I, chop up old clothes, because I don't buy brand new fabric. Sometimes if I find fabric on the bolt at like a recycle center, it's so exciting because I just never have real fabric. I do have a lot of real fabric because I inherited my grandmother's fabric pile. She was a seamstress. But for the most part, I just chop old linens and, curtains and old clothes. I love looking for those ugly granny patterns in op shops. They're my favorite. Like granny dresses with those ugly flowery patterns. Stick your link in there, Lorna, if you want. Actually, anyone, if you've got an Etsy or YouTube, share your links, because I don't know if you all know each other. It doesn't worry me. I know some people don't like other people sharing their Etsy's or YouTube channels in their lives. I don't know why. The world's a big place. There's enough room for everyone. Okay. Did I do 10? I probably miscounted. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So I've got 4 packs of 10. If you came in late, I also did Coffee Dyed. I think I only did 3 packs of those. I don't know why. I've miscounted. this this is what's always behind my sewing machine. As I'm making something, like whatever it is, if I end up with a little scrap of fabric, I quickly sew a ruffle and it just sits behind my machine. Or if I'm sewing them in one hit, they're just like on this long strand. Now I've got to chop them all up. Okay, I have way too much polka dot fabric. Oh, you were a quilter, Lorna. Oh, I didn't know that. You've got a lot of fabric. Ooh, bust it out. I attempted to make a quilt once, but I gave up part way. It's so time consuming and I need immediate gratification. Oh, hello, Krista. Good morning. I'm not doing anything exciting. I'm just chopping chopping ruffles. Okay, this fabric really annoyed me. Um, as I was tearing it, I don't know, it's got these fluffy little edges which are quite annoying. I'm gonna have to give them a haircut. Oh my gosh, there's threads everywhere. Okay, if you're in Australia, Krista, Rayleigh, I'm sorry that you woke up to the sound of my voice. Oh, is that what you do? But these ones are so, this fabric is, can I just burn them off? See, they're not actually like normal threads. It's like fluffy. I don't know. See? And you get this fluff. It's like fairy floss. Oh, the blue and pink, this one. Yeah, this is pretty fabric, isn't it? This is actually proper fabric. This wasn't clothing. I've got a great big huge sheet of this. Um this one I think might have come from reverse garbage. I can't remember. See, I love floral fabric, but I don't use it myself. I don't. It's like lace. If I see lace at an op shop or recycle center, I must buy it, but I never use it. This is the extent of my lace using. Um, Little bit poking over the edge, and that's the first time I've used lace in ages. That's just another unfinished journal sitting on my desk. I have about 20 unfinished journals, probably more, because some are still in boxes from my old craft room. Oh my gosh. Oh, Rayleigh. Really, I'm glad I don't have to prepare school lunches anymore. And you get up early and you make school lunch, and then they don't even eat it anyway. It used to bug me so bad. But hey, Kenny's at the age he can make his own lunch. Sorry, Kenny. As soon as mine were old enough, make your own lunch. Actually, no, probably year 8 in high school I started making them make their own lunch. Okay, I hate when I sew a big pile like this and have to sit chopping them up. Usually I just sit in front of the TV and do it. Because now I'm really blind and I can't see these little threads. Oh, Krista, everyone, I don't know if everyone knows, but Krista, Second Chance Creation, she just opened her new little Etsy. And also, actually, Emma from Starving Emma opened hers a couple of months ago now. But didn't I tell you guys the best thing is hearing that little cha-ching? It's so loud and it scares the crap out of you. Actually, James, I don't know if James is still here. He's the one that's Space Badger um, on YouTube there. He once I was saying, oh no, I haven't heard cha-ching in ages. I hadn't had a sale in a while, and also I finally did get one, but I think I was in the shower and I missed hearing the little sound, and I was like, oh no, I missed it. And then he sent me this link to, I think it's a little YouTube video, and all it is the cha-ching sound, the little old cash register sound. And he said, here, you can play this whenever you miss one or you don't get one, just play that. How did you enjoy wrapping your first little orders, Krista? I remember my first order in Etsy. I remember how fun it was to wrap, and I wrapped it in pretty paper and pretty string, and I put a little tag on the string and made it all nice. And then don't worry, Chris, that that joy of wrapping a little order doesn't last long. Now I'm like, oh my god, I have to wrap orders. It becomes a chore because, well, for me it is, but you might still like it later. But for me, it's a bit of a chore because being a little recycler, I don't buy envelopes and I don't buy um, papers to wrap or anything like that. So when when I wrap an order, I have to make my envelope. I used to have a whole bunch made up, but yeah, now I just haven't had time to sit there and make a bunch. But yeah, I have to make my envelope or make my own mailer, cut down. Usually it's something like with papers in there, so I have to wrap it in plastic, and plastic is my biggest issue, finding plastic because I can't buy plastic. Lucky I found a couple of rolls of cellophane paper at the recycle centre. that I've been using, but that's almost done. Oh my gosh, then I'm out of plastic. Oh, my sister gave me some of those little cellophane bags that she found at an op shop, which I've loved having. Oh my gosh, it's so much easier to pop stuff in a cellophane bag. Ah, this fabric is flannel. It was an old flannel sheet, and I hate the feel of flannel. Oh, making me shiver. Oh, Lorna, the mail. I've been quite lucky. I've not had an order go missing. I think I've been on Etsy almost 2 years now. I don't know if it's 2 years yet, but almost. Um, and yeah, I've not had an order go missing ever, which is lucky. I did have a Happy Mail go once. Actually, the very first Happy Mail I ever sent to the US, and it went missing. But the post office said it did get delivered, so I don't know. The lady said they had a porch or something. Maybe it was stolen off the porch. But yeah, I've been lucky. No orders have gone missing. So hope you're lucky too, Krista, like that. I love this fabric. It's like a dirty pink, almost a brownish color. It's got little red roses. I don't know why I like it. It's so not me, but oh yeah, Robin. Sorry, I missed your comment. Yeah, when you sell something on Etsy, if you've downloaded the Sell on Etsy app onto your phone, your mobile phone, the notification sound is an old cash register. It goes cha-ching. And every time one of our little Aussie girls open an Etsy shop, I always tell them, make sure you download the app so you get your little cha-ching notification. Because it's not even about getting the sale. It's just, I love hearing cha-ching, that old cash register sound. It's so cool. The worst thing is, oh my gosh, there's this YouTube cartoon that my grandson watches, and that bloody cartoon, they have this little cash register or something in the cartoon, and I always hear cha-ching in that cartoon, and it gives me this false excitement that I got a little sale in my Etsy. That cartoon always catches me. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's you can turn it off. It's just a notification. Robin, were you actually, Robin, was it you? You were going to open an Etsy, weren't you? Or did you? Was it you? I don't know. There's a few, sorry, there's a few Robins that I know from YouTube. Look at this. I love how this fabric ruffles. It's so frayed. Look. It's so thin and frayed. I love it. I know I could probably leave these little threads on, but I don't know. I'm being a bit. Krista. Krista, you dropped your egg. Oh, Robin. Oh, shush up. You can do it. If I can do it, trust me. If I can do it, anyone can. And if you need help, you can just give us a call on Skype or um Facebook or something, and I can help step you through it. It's really, really easy to set up, Robin. Like, trust me, it's really easy. Man, Etsy should pay me royalties or something. I'm constantly trying to talk people into opening an Etsy. I just I just think it's really good to I don't know, when you make something and send it off to someone else to use in their journal. I love knowing that, my crap ends up in someone's journal. And I think the thing that I love the most, Robin, is when people send you a picture of how they've used something. Because I have some really random weird stuff in my in my packs sometimes, and like the themed packs, they're very random, and I love seeing how people use stuff. That's where I get most of my joy out of crafting, seeing how other people use something that I've found or rescued from somewhere. Because my Etsy is just recycle stuff only. So if I make something or find something at a recycle center for my Etsy shop, I love seeing how people use them. Like the film slides. I love seeing how people use film slides or something. And I really love when they send a picture. Because sometimes I put something in a pack and I think, how on earth are they going to use this? And people always amaze me the creative ways they come up with to use stuff. Okay, so they're done. Where did I put those? What's the time? 7. I love the look of all ruffles in a tub. These are the coffee dyed ones. Now, I've been asked by a lot of people about putting coffee dyed papers. Actually, it's the most requested thing in my Etsy, coffee dyed papers. But yeah, I've said on my channel before, I don't put coffee dyed papers in my Etsy because these, while they look like they're nice new photocopy paper, they're actually rescued out of the recycle bin at my husband's work. So, when you work in a big office in Australia, there's usually a photocopy room, and they've got different bins. So like one for security papers. When you print, if you've got misprints or printed wrong or whatever, they've got these big blue bins for paper recycling. So one will be like a confidential bin, which is usually locked and it goes for shredding. And then they've got your general paper recycling bin where you can take papers out and reuse them if you want. And when it's full, the recycle company comes and picks it up. But yeah, he always brings me home a big pile of papers out of that bin. And so a lot of my papers have printing on one side, or they might just have some printing down one end. So when I find a blank page like this, it's like, honestly, it's like winning lottery. Because there's not that many blank pages in there. So I don't sell, plain coffee dyed papers because I just don't ever have enough papers. I know that sounds stupid, but photocopy paper for me is kind of hard to come by because I don't buy it. Anyway, so I do use it for things like ruffle packs and all that sort of stuff. And usually ruffles, lace trim pages, stuff like that. I'll put, what else? I had some snippet pages once, little fabric bits down the side. I'll put those in my shop because I'll do small packs like these. I think I've done, 3 packs of 10 pages. So for me, that's 30 pages plus the 40 pages of the blue ones. So 70 pages kind of depletes my photocopy paper stock. So yeah, that's why you don't see a lot of papers in my Etsy. But if you do want coffee dyed papers, Starving Emma, are you still here? Emma recently put coffee dyed papers in her Etsy, and oh my gosh, they are so beautiful. Like so delicious. She put the doilies on and stencils and stuff, and they turned out so nice. And there's some grungy ones in there. She did notebook papers, lined papers, all that sort of stuff. Are you still there? Oh yeah, you're still here. I was just saying about your yummy coffee dyed papers. And you made them super cheap, Emma. Like, even I'm tempted to now buy some. Actually, I've got a parcel to open on camera of yours, Emma. I'll do that in a separate video. Now, sometimes when I use these ruffle pages in my own journals, I leave the little strings dangling because I like that, but I know for some people it annoys them. So these I just chop off. I quite like pretty floral fabric on coffee dyed paper, heavy coffee dyed paper. I don't know why. Actually, do you know what, Rayleigh, this is you and Chrissy Phillips' fault, okay? Ever since you guys saw naughty shapes on my coffee dyed papers, I've been seeing them everywhere. Oh, see, this is what I mean. See, this page has a little bit of printing just along one edge, but it's blank. That's what a lot of my pages are, like that. Now, I'll use that in my own journal, but or some have rips. Like, for some reason, there was a whole bunch that were ripped. These weren't ripped in the coffee dyeing stage. These were from Darren's office, but I'll still use them for something. But yeah, Rayleigh, I keep seeing now naughty shapes on my coffee dyed papers. Where is one? Okay, these ones aren't too bad, but yesterday when I was going through my coffee dyed papers, all I was seeing was naughty shapes because you and Chrissy Phillips pointed them out to me Now that's all I see. Actually, I think I sent a photo of one for you. Oh my gosh. I don't know what I've done with them. Actually, I think I pulled them out separate. But yeah, look. I don't know if I'm seeing things now because you guys made me paranoid, but I'm seeing little dongers everywhere. Look, on my papers. And I keep thinking, how can I put that in a pack? Oh, I did some purple dyed papers last year. I made some Halloween ruffle packs with black, orange, and purple dyed papers. And I think it was that pack that we saw a lot of little dongers. And now, since then, it's been a year now. Since then, I've been seeing them everywhere. Every time I dye a batch of papers, I see them. Oh, poor Krista's choking on her paprika tea. Krista, what is that tea? Please tell me, what is that tea that you drink? You're such a healthy little cookie. There's some herbal kind of tea that you were saying you drink. Yeah, Lorna. Oh, you re-dye them, Lorna. Okay, I didn't look. Do you know? I didn't think of re-dyeing them. Duh, of course. Oh my gosh. Yeah, why didn't I think of that? I didn't think of re-dyeing them. Duh. Or maybe I would just spritz a bit of coffee on that that section to get rid of them. But yeah, some of them look like the whole kit and caboodle, don't they? Oh my gosh. It's only 7 o'clock in the morning and already you guys have got me talking about dongers. Yeah, usually I put them aside to use for gluing stuff down. You know, when you make tags and stuff and um, you want to back it with coffee dyed papers. That's usually that's usually what I use my donger papers for. Actually, I have a nice little pile of them for Chrissy Phillips. Where is Chrissy? I should have woken her up. No, Lorna, it's not just you. I've actually seen them on other channels' papers as well. But I don't think it's something people see unless someone points it out. Like, I never noticed them until after my Halloween papers. Rayleigh and Chrissy, they both text messaged me. Chrissy Phillips, she's another Aussie girl. And they both messaged me and said, oh my gosh, at such and such time on your video. We saw, doodles. And I'm like, what? And I went back and I rewatched it and I was like, oh my God. Yeah, that purple batch of papers was really bad. It was nearly on every single page and I didn't even notice. And I did send those ruffle pages out because those Halloween ones sold straight away. Anyway, so someone's got some Halloween doodle pages out there somewhere. Oh no, does that mean I have to mark this video? um, now the new little menu selections when you upload a video about swear words and stuff. One of them, I think the example is crap, and I'm like, I say crap in every video because my stuff, like all this crap on my desk. Yeah, Riley said I was rubbing my hand over and over it because I was saying, oh, I love the pooling effect on the pages. And oh my gosh. Rayleigh, only dirty Aussie girls like you and Chrissy would see that. But yeah, ever since you guys pointed it out, oh my gosh, that's all I see on my papers now. Luckily, these ones don't have any pooling. I think this day, because when I coffee dye or dye papers, I dunk them in the tray and I just plop them on the grass out the back. So my whole backyard is full of dyed papers. And I just let them dry in the sun because I like to get that, pooling effect. But every now and then, if it gets a bit windy before I get a chance to pick them up, the pages blow off. And so that little pool of coffee or water or whatever, um, gets tipped off. So some of them don't end up with it. See, look, I don't know why. I'm not a pink girl, but I like pink flowery paper. Sorry, pink flowery fabric on heavy coffee dyed papers. I don't know why. I just think the little flowery girly fabric looks nice on heavy dyed papers. Need to make some more snippet rolls. I've got heaps of itty bitty little pieces of fabric. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people have been talking about if you swear and that your channel gets demonetized, but it doesn't. Um, you don't get demonetized. You still get ads. It's just you get different type of ads. Like if I were to talk about like vaginas or something, then the ads would be tailored around, women's sanitary napkins or something. That's why they do it. People think it's about getting demonetized. It's not. They never demonetize your channel. They just, unless you've done something really bad, it's just the type of ad they give you is different. Like there's this ad. I don't know if anyone's seen it on YouTube at the moment. It's an Aussie ad, but these girls singing about some feminine deodorant, and they're singing about their coochie coos. Have you guys seen that ad? So it's probably something like that. That if you say something like vagina, the ad comes on. Some sort of ad like that. It's too early in the morning for this talk, isn't it? Oh, you've got ad blocker. Does that work on YouTube videos as well? Ad blocker? I thought I had ad blocker on mine. But I see them. Isn't this fabric nice? I love this fabric. This one is actually some vintage fabric that I bought this old lady at a farmer's market. I bought some really old lace ones. So I showed it on my channel ages ago. And this fabric was from her as well. Really, really beautiful. So nice. It's got little, they look like little carnations or something. And as you can see, I never actually measure my fabric when I rip it. So this one's way wider than that one. I just snip and rip. Oh, does it? Yeah, I haven't tried the ad blocker on YouTube. Look, sometimes I must say I do try and suffer through some ads to support the channel. Just because they're monetized. Okay, and I'm done. I think I chopped these guys already. Okay, normally it does not take me an hour to sit there and chop some little threads off ruffles. Actually, these guys, I can whip these up so quick. I've sewn so many that I'm like this super ruffle sewer now that I can just whip them up so fast. Oh my gosh, if you could see the crap around my desk, it's like out of control. Look, Rayleigh, do you remember this little envelope you sent ages ago? This is not the recent batch. I don't. This is some that you sent me a while back. Or was this the recent batch? Wait, I might have got them mixed up. I pulled them out. These are little tags from Rayleigh, Crafts from the Dungeon. Look how cute they are. I just love them. Got them in her Etsy shop. They're just little scraps of fabric and little bling, and they're so cute. I just love them. Anyway, I pulled them out, Rayleigh, to use in some journals that I'm making. And these little envelopes are so cute as well. They're like stinking cute. They're so little. Look at that. It's like a little cookie. Okay. Now I only did 3 packs of these because I just got sick of sewing ruffles. See, don't you think pink looks good on coffee dyed paper? I think pink and brown go together really well. And light blue. I think they go together really well. See, this is what I like on my coffee dyed papers, like that little pooling effect. Sometimes you might get some leaves or grass on my papers. I do give them a final dust off once I pack them. Yeah, coffee puddles. I love them. Look at this one. This was this was a really ugly old tablecloth. You might remember these tablecloths, you oldies like me. But once it's ripped up, look how cool it looks. I found that tablecloth in an op shop and I was like, ooh, I must get it. I remember we had one of these tablecloths when I was young. My mum had one. Like the exact colour, exactly like this. And I was like, ooh, I must get it. For some unknown reason. But I think it looks so cool, ripped up. I'm trying to make sure everyone gets a dark page and a light page. Oh, what have I done here? I've done a sparey. Okay, I'll get rid of that one. Did one too many. See, look, does this one look naughty or is this one okay? Does this pass? Or should this be put in the X-rated pile? I think it's okay. Rayleigh, this one okay? You're the expert. Okay, that one passes. Okay, good, because It was looking a little on the naughty side, but I think he passes. See, now I see them everywhere. I told you, it's bad. This one was some fabric from my grandmother's as well. Whoop, where's my scissors? I need to get making some fabric journal covers. I've just got way too much fabric. It doesn't even fit all on my fabric shelf. Okay, lovely ladies. Well, I might let you all go. I've bored you enough. But thanks for stopping by, because I feel like I haven't been doing any videos and I kind of miss everyone and I don't know what everyone's up to.